Hello everyone! I recently filmed a video where I showed how to crochet these butterflies. So in this video today, I'm going to show how to turn them into granny squares. I ended up with these granny squares making a pillow, and I wrote up like the full pattern for it in a blog post. So I'll put the link to that down below in the description box, but obviously there's lots of different patterns that you could use these granny squares for. I also should point out, so in the original pattern for these granny squares, which you can see with the peach butterfly here, the background is cream. However, I just ran out of cream yarn, so instead I'm going to be using white in this video for the background. If you want to see all the details about like the yarn and materials I'm using, I'll put that all in that blog post that will be in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so to get started, if you missed my previous video, you'll want to watch that one to see how to make the butterfly. And then now that we have that butterfly, what you're going to do is you're going to take the butterfly and you'll want to have the larger wings on top. And you want to find the first row of blue on the right side here. And then you'll insert your hook between those last two stitches of that row. And then we're going to pull the white yarn through. Then we'll chain one. This is not going to count as a stitch. So in that same space we were just working into, we're going to work a single crochet. So for a single crochet, you yarn over, pull through. You'll have two loops on your hook. You'll yarn over and you'll pull through both of those. Then we're going to chain two. Then you want to look on the other side of these black single crochet stitches here for the next row. And then just like you did on this side, you'll insert your hook between those final two stitches of that row, and you're going to work a single crochet stitch. So that's kind of the top part here. Next, we're going to chain 10. And then we'll turn the butterfly here. And if you remember, there's 3 slip stitches always between the 2 petals. So you'll want to try to find the second one. It's okay if it's not perfect, but you'll want to try to find the second one to insert your hook into. And then we'll work another single crochet stitch. Then we'll chain 10. And then on the bottom here, we're kind of going to do what we did at the beginning. So you want to find that blue row that's the closest to those black single crochet stitches. And then you'll insert your hook between the last 2 stitches of that row and work a single crochet. Then chain 2. And then same thing, so on the other side over here, we'll find that first row of blue stitches. You'll insert your hook between the last 2 stitches and work a single crochet. Then we'll chain 10. Then on the other side here, we'll look for those 3 slip stitches again, and you want to try to find that second one. You'll insert your hook in it and work a single crochet. Then we'll chain 10 one last time. And then we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet of this round. So that is the first round of the granny square part. It might look a little bit funny right now, but what this round does is it makes the butterfly look 3D. So afterwards you want to move all of these chain spaces so they're behind the butterfly. So I'll just pull the petals through. Not the petals, the wings. I've been crocheting a lot of flowers lately, so I'm used to saying petals. All right. There we go. And then this next round, we'll go ahead and we'll work into those chain spaces. So for this next round, we're going to begin by slip stitching into that chain 2 space. For this round, we're only going to be working into the chain spaces, so we won't be working into any of those single crochet stitches from that last round. So start by chaining 3, and that's going to count as our first double crochet stitch. Then we'll work 3 more double crochet into that chain 2 space. So for a double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook into the chain space, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, so you yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 2 more. So we'll work 2 more double crochet into this space. Then we're going to work into this chain 10 space next. So start with 4 double crochet. Then we're going to chain 2. And then we'll work 6 double crochet. So once again, that chain 10 space, what we just did, we did 4 double crochet, chain 2, and then 6 double crochet. Sometimes during this round you kind of have to help space out your stitches a little bit, because now we're going to work into that next chain 10 space. So we're going to start with 6 double crochet. Then we'll chain 2, and then it will be 4 double crochet. So for that chain 10 space, once again, it was 6 double crochet, chain 2, and then 4 double crochet. So then next we're going to work into that chain 2 space. So we'll work 4 double crochet, then into this chain 10 space, we're going to work 4 double crochet, then we're going to chain 2, and then it'll be 6 double crochet. Once again, I'm going to pull on those stitches a little bit to rearrange them. And then in this next chain 10 space is going to be 6 double crochet, chain 2, and then 4 double crochet. So I'll start with the 6 double crochet. Then chain 2, and then 4 double crochet. And then we'll go ahead and we'll slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 from the beginning of the round. So for this next round, we're going to start with the chain 2, and that's going to count as the first half double crochet stitch. Then the next stitch will also work a half double crochet. So for a half double crochet, you yarn over like you would for a double crochet stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. Just like with a double crochet, you'll have 3 stitches on your hook, but instead you'll yarn over and pull through all 3 of them. Then we're going to work 2 more half double crochet. And then we'll work 4 double crochet stitches. Then into that chain 2 space, we're going to work 2 trebles. So for a treble stitch, what you do is you wrap that yarn around your hook 2 times. You'll insert your hook into the chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through. This time you should have 4 loops on your hook. So you yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to work another treble, chain 2, and then we'll work 2 more trebles into that chain 2 space. So all together in that chain 2 space, it's 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 trebles. This will end up becoming like one of the corners of the granny square. So along the next side, we're going to double crochet into each of these stitches. So we'll end up having a total of 12 double crochet stitches. So a total of 12 double crochet, then we'll be at that chain 2 space. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. It'll be 2 trebles, chain 2, and then 2 trebles. Then along the neck side, it's going to be 4 double crochet. Then it'll be 4 half double crochet. Then 4 double crochet. Alright, so for that previous row, it was 4 double crochet, 4 half double crochet, and then 4 double crochet. We're back at that chain 2 space, so once again it's going to be 2 trebles, chain 2, and then 2 trebles, then along that next side we'll double crochet into each stitch, so we'll have a total of 12 double crochet stitches. And once again into that chain 2 space, we'll work 2 trebles, then chain 2, then 2 trebles, and then we'll work 4 double crochet. And then we'll slip stitch into the top of that chain 2. So now we're moving on to the last round. So we'll begin with the chain 3, and that's going to count as that first double crochet stitch. Then we're going to double crochet into each of the stitches of the previous round. And in that chain 2 space is going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochet. So that's going to be the pattern for this round. It'll be in each stitch of the previous round, you'll work a double crochet, except for when you reach those chain 2 spaces, it's going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So go ahead and continue that on, and then I'll meet you at the end. Alright, so I've just finished that round, and if you want to, you can go ahead and just slip stitch into the top of your chain 3 and fasten off, but to make these squares look a little bit neater, I'm going to do the invisible fasten off. So how you do that is you'll just cut the yarn, leaving yourself like a tail. Then you'll just take your hook and pull that yarn through. And then you'll attach a tapestry needle to that yarn. And what you want to do is, if you find your chain 3, the double crochet stitch right after that will pull the yarn through that tapestry needle. Then in that very last double crochet stitch of the round, you currently have the yarn like on the back side of the work. You want to insert that tapestry needle like between the front and the back loop of that stitch. And then you'll pull up. And then normally to secure it, what I do is if you find the back of your work, kind of like through the top of that chain 3, just pull the yarn through. And that way the tail will be on the back side of the work, and you can go ahead and just weave that in through like you normally would. And that normally makes the top part of the square look a little bit nicer. So that's the full video for this granny square. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you want the full pattern for the pillow, I'll go ahead and put the link to that blog post down in the description box below. So I hope you enjoyed the pattern. Thanks for watching this video.